Hello, all, and welcome to another episode of my podcast, Nako Wants to Know. And today we're going to be talking about what it means to become stronger in body and mind, and why it is important that the two coexist. So, I want to start by telling you all where my fitness journey began. Through the span of my life, I have always been active, whether it was playing sports through high school, intramurals through college, and just having friends to go to the gym with to stay in shape. When I was in my second year of college, I started to gain a lot of weight. I became less active and less motivated to want to work out and make conscious, healthier choices. I was eating unhealthy, and that was definitely due to many factors like my self-esteem, things going on in my personal life, bad decisions I was making, and just the overall stress of college. I don't remember who it was to this day, but I will never forget this advice. Someone said to me, if you do not like something about yourself, change it or stop complaining about it. I hated, but I loved that advice. It was a hard reality to face, but it was necessary. It changed my perspective. It took me out of this pity party that I hadn't realized I was so far gone in. So I told myself January 2021 is when I'll start to get back into working out, eating healthy, and making better decisions. And so I did, and it was working great. January and February, I was grinding. And then March came along, and so did COVID. I do not need to get much into detail about the trials that COVID brought upon me, because I know I wasn't the only one. And I will tell you this, it stopped everything for me. I was very depressed, confused, mad, and lost because I finally felt like life was going well for me. And then that just happened. I can go all day about my experiences, but that's not what this is about today. Skip forward 2-3 months, I finally worked myself up to a place where I can start my fitness journey again. And so I did. I ran and I walked miles every day in my neighborhood. I did home workouts, dance workouts on YouTube, and I started cooking more and eating healthier. I think that the biggest misconception is people think that you'll see results right away, and I definitely didn't. It took a minute. And that's where the mind factor started coming into play. Whatever your fitness goal may be, it is a long-winded process. You have to be patient and kind with yourself through that process. It's about wanting to live a healthier lifestyle out of love for yourself and not because you want to please anybody or hold yourself to a societal standard. I worked for the body and the healthy habits that I have now, and I still continue to do so. It is continuous work. Training your mind is definitely the hardest part. And that's why I have London here with me today to share what he's learned in training the body along with the mind. I am here with my dear friend London. How are you doing today, London?
I am good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you. So tell me about you and what led you to undergo your fitness journey.
So first of all, a little bit of background about me. High school, middle school, I was always 300 and above.
Okay.
Was never The goal is really never to be skinny, but to be fit.
Right.
So I was never really fit ever. We're from the Tucker Bottom, the country, so oxtails, cornbread, candied yams, peach cobbler, all of that, it runs through my blood.
Right.
So, growing up, I didn't know what it was to be fit. I saw everyone around me in this ideal type of, she's skinny, she's fit,
Right.
he's skinny, he's fit. How I always felt disproportion.
Right.
So finally, when I got to the point of, it was probably middle school when I started getting really bullied about my weight. And I was just like, oh, what is this?
Right.
And then being a part of the LGBT community,
On top of that,
it was like, oh, this is a lot. So my fitness journey started maybe freshman year
Okay.
I started dabbing into researching because research is really important.
Yeah.
Um, I know I'm jumping all over the place,
No,
but
you're good.
research is very important because at the end of the day, everyone's body is not the same.
Yeah.
You don't know how you're going to lose weight. You don't know how you're going to get there, and you can lose it if you have the spirit for it.
Mm-hmm.
Truthfully, if you get your ass on a treadmill and do what you need to do, you can do what you need to do.
Right.
And it's easier said than done, but like I said, when you have the spirit for it, you can get it.
Yeah.
So freshman year, I tapped into okay, how can I start this? I BS'd it for 3 years. When I became a senior, I was like, I remember running after my brother. We were playing, and I'm like, I'm gonna get you. And I took off, and my chest started, and I'm like, okay, I think I'm too big. And at that point, I was 340. But my parents never made me feel out of question. Shout out to mom and daddy,
That's
brother.
amazing. Yeah.
Like they never made me feel out of proportion because we were all the same.
Yeah.
The only thing I felt out of proportion was when I got out this car and I got into the school, and it was like, oh, that's that fat gay dude.
Right.
And I'm just like, okay, but you have to accept people for who they are,
Yeah.
and that's what I had to learn. So to answer your question, sorry, I'm
You're
everywhere.
good.
But to answer your question, because y'all, I have life's lessons, Tony. Do you hear me? Because we didn't been through it. But to answer your question, freshman year, I started dabbing. Senior year, I completely went full ahead. I told myself, hey, I'm tired of being bullied. When I graduate high school, it's over. So when I walked across the stage, literally the next day after, I dived into it.
I hate that that was the motivating factor for you, but it's amazing that you were able to overcome that. So that kind of leads me to my next question. What were some things that you noticed changed physically or mentally about yourself
Ooh.
during this journey?
Let's talk about mental health really quick. Let's talk about it. So, when I started to lose the weight, and it didn't happen overnight, it was probably my first 20 pounds probably came off 3 or 4 months after I started losing weight. My body would plateau and it would mess with my mind. And I didn't know anything about mental health. I didn't know if you didn't sit down with another person and talk to them and your body is going through these changes, you can still feel like you're 380 pounds and you're really 214. People don't understand. I can look in the mirror, y'all can see 215 or 214, but I literally see 360, 380. When you lose the weight, if you have any extra skin, she's going to be there. She, but I've learned that that's just the warrior mark. When you lose the weight and you have the extra skin, if you're not comfortable with yourself, I advise you to do something about that. But you have to love yourself before truly you love anyone else.
Right.
And
that's through every step, every stage.
Every step in every stage. When I dropped all my weight, when I hit, let's say 245, when I hit 245, no, about 220, I started having mental issues, like body issues, like traumatic. And we can be real today. With that being said, bulimia came into the issue. It wasn't about me being healthy anymore. It was about me being skinny. And I had lost completely the insight because a lot of trainers don't tell you their story. I went from being 340, 350 to 214 in approximate of 3 years because I told myself I wasn't laying on the table. I wanted to fight for me and I wanted to get what I needed to get. So the bulimia started and I got help for that. 3 or 4 months, it truly helped me. But again, mental health is very important. It's very significant to what we have to do in life because you can be the skinniest, you can be the thickest. You know, it's the slim thick is in now. You can be all that, but at the end of the day, do you truly see yourself the way other people see you? Can you truly accept yourself for what other people say and do? Because that doesn't matter. You have to live your life for you. Right. And at the end of the day, if you don't love you, then what you here for? Right.
Whew, we had to take a small break after that one, but I want to thank you for just keeping it real and sharing your truth. My next question to you is, when people decide to set fitness goals to achieve, whether it is losing weight, wanting to gain weight, or just learning to live a healthier lifestyle, what is your biggest advice to them?
Go little by little. Take one step at a time. I've seen so many people, and it makes me laugh because they say, "Hey, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm gonna start this diet next week." But I'm gonna completely go in my refrigerator and clean everything out of my refrigerator. And then I'm gonna be good and I'm just eat salads for a week. That is not gonna work. Discipline yourself, baby girl, baby boy. Take little by little. Some days, I would say this when I first started, my parents, like I said, talk about them, that we ate. So I told my parents, I said, if y'all love me, y'all would start slowly taking fast food away from the dinner plates. If you cook fast food, if you cook fried food, you can have fried food, but I need 2 pieces of baked chicken. Like we have to accommodate ourselves because everyone else is doing something, but we want to do different. Mm-hmm. But if you're a follower, you're going to be a follower. Mm-hmm. If you're a leader, you're going to be a leader. Mm-hmm. So, it just goes down to the point of take it day by day. Don't take everything away from you, because I remember I tried to go cold turkey. Baby, my mama found me in my room just snacking because I wasn't mentally prepared to lose the weight. I felt like, okay, I have to lose this weight for everybody else and not me. And that's another thing. Ooh, checkpoint. Lose it for yourself and not anyone else. It's okay to stumble. It's okay to fall back. You're going to be okay. At the end of the day, pick your bags up and do what you need to do. It's a motivation thing. I see a lot of people say, oh, I got these 3 kids and oh, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. At the end of the day, if you want it for yourself, you will do it for yourself. Period. So, first step, don't take everything one day at a time. Second step, do it for you. Third step, focus.
Like you said, it's definitely easier said than done. And so, what are some realistic goals to set, some time sensitive goals to keep you on track of whatever you want to achieve?
I would say this, it's no time stamp. Just like you get up out your bed every day and you come to the gym and I see you in the morning, that's your time stamp. Okay. If you want it for you, you would do it for you. It was a hunger that I had when I was 340 that I'm trying to find now. Because I would literally get up. I was so afraid for people to see me bigger because in my head I was just woof. Nothing is wrong with woof. If you love yourself, you love yourself. But I would literally get up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning. I had to go to work at 12. But I would literally get 4 3-hour work-ins without no one seeing me, without no one doing it. But it was a hunger because I knew what I wanted and I knew what I was looking for. Yeah. So you have to have that hunger. It's no time period. And I really believe when you put a time period on something, it doesn't work out. Yeah. Next week, I'm going to do this. Yeah. Next month, I'm going to get married. Ooh, let's talk about it. And it doesn't happen. So it's just at the end of the day, let God lead you for what he needs to lead you. But get up and move. That's all you got to do. If it's even getting up out of the bed and walking around, do what you need to do. I've met so many people that were doing good for a minute, that was going to the gym for 2 years, and then one day they decided to, hey, I'm a skip. And that one day turned into 3 years. And then they come back in the gym and be like, oh, you still here. Right. Yeah, I'm still here, but where you been? Like, where you been at, friend?
So talk about it, the importance between discipline and consistency.
Because at the end of the day, you have to know what you want, but I believe that the devil comes in all shapes and sizes. Thoughts, forms. He doesn't want you to win. So when you don't get up that one day and it turns into 2 months, what you think that was? That's not you being lazy. That's something that's holding you back because people don't understand that he comes in all shapes and sizes, forms, thoughts, sentences, cough, all of it. He comes in it. So some days when I don't want to go to the gym, I say, is this day going to turn into 3 months? Yeah, let's go turn it into 3 months. Let's go. But a lot of people don't have that. Yeah. A lot of people don't see that. And I wish the world would work better that way. It's just a focus that you have to do and know what's right from wrong and what you want. Because at the end of the day, we're doing a podcast and we're talking about it. But at the end of the day, are they going to get their asses up and do what they need to do?
I think step one is building awareness. And that's what we're doing now. You speaking your truth and having this conversation is going to spark something for somebody. It don't matter who is listening, but somebody's going to be moved by what you said. I've already been moved. Oh, I'm like, damn, do I need to go to the gym today?
Not today. We go. Look, hold on. It's Sunday, and we're going to eat together, honey, as a family. And then Monday, we can start back again.
I love it. Do you think a routine is impactful to your success in the gym?
When you get your own, I call it your judge.
Okay.
When you get your own vibe and you know what you're doing, because I'm going to say this, when you first start, it's not going to be easy. Especially machines are a big part of losing weight and working out and staying healthy. And you see, I'm saying stay healthy and not being skinny because it's a difference. When you get into it, you get into it. So I would say a routine is very much important, but when you first get it in, and we're just speaking about like working out, cardio, exercising, doing what you need to do, I would do for the first month, I would do cardio. If I don't know anything, I'm going to sit and I'm going to be like, okay, that's how you get on the machine. That's how you do that. Okay, girl. If I know how to do it, then I could do it. But observe for that first month. Start off with cardio. Start like 15 minutes a day.
I like that.
Hour a day. Before you know it, you're doing 45 minutes a day and you're like, wait a minute. And then you start doing 2 machines. And it's like, okay, wait a minute. Then I would say the second or third month, go into your weights. Your gym should have a trainer. If they don't have a trainer, I know a lot of them in Waco, Texas. We can get it together. And me as well. So I would say get into your machines maybe the second or third month. Don't force yourself to do anything that you don't want to do, because what we don't want to do is have you at the hospital because you done pulled the muscle or pulled it back. Everybody is not young. Speaking for myself. So if you don't know what you're doing, ask for help. A lot of people go into the gym. I know a lot of people that say, hey, I pulled my back 2 months ago because I was scared to ask how to use this machine. If you want it, you'll get it. And I understand, but that has a limit. We have trainers. We have people to show you. We have stickers on the machines that show you what you need to do. So a routine is very much so installed, but I would say first month cardio, second or third month getting to know your machines, walking around, even fellowship with other people, because we might not be there the whole day. But if you feel comfortable around somebody, then they're like, okay, hey, I'll show you how to do this, or I'll show you how to do that. So yeah, basically.
So as a trainer, what are some things that you do to keep your clientele motivated? I know you talked about how they go through things that, sets them back sometimes. So what do you do to keep them on track with their journey?
It breaks my heart because a lot of people don't know their self-worth. When they come into the gym, they lose weight for other people, for family members. They lose weight to show that class reunion that, okay, y'all mess with me, it's over. So, I've dealt with a lot of people and I've trained a lot of people that suffer from mental illness. Right. And a lot of people come into the gym bitter. And they don't even know. They see these perfect bodies and they, how can I, slim, thick, bloom, bloom. If you want it, you'll get it. But before you want it, you have to change your mindset that you already have it. A lot of people don't understand that if you don't change your mindset, if you don't see that other person that you're supposed to be, it's not going to happen for you, because you go look at this girl and say, oh, she's this, and oh, he's that, and oh, he's, yeah. But you're that as well. A lot of people don't understand that you hold your own destiny and that you hold your own crown on your head. You have me played. I am not the exalt of a trainer, but if we sit down and we have a conversation like we having now, you ready to sign a class with me because you know I'm gonna get you there.
Right.
So at the end of the day, don't judge a book by its cover. Talk to your clients, talk to your customers, talk to your friends, talk to your mothers, talk to whoever you need to talk to because like I said, if I don't hold with anything that else that I have to say today, mental health is more important. People come to the gym and think that it's going to make them better, and I've lived it where I've lost 145 pounds and I've got there and still did not know what the road was ahead. So yeah, that's my answer for that. Talk, conversation, honey.
How do I get myself mentally there? How do I start talking positively and kindly to myself?
What I used to do is I used to write affirmations. I used to write literally when I wake up in the morning. I used to get up at 3 o'clock and I used to write, "You got this. You can do this." You have to be okay with yourself at the end of the day. And a lot of people don't understand that, oh, I've lost it. I've gained it. I've gained muscle. I've did this, but at the end of the day, I'm still the same person. People don't understand. When I first lost my weight, I had a lot of people come up to me and say, "Oh my God, you look so good. Oh my God, what did you do? Did you have weight loss surgery? Did you do this? You do this?" We have to stop judging others. We have to. We truly have to. We have to work as a people. Do you understand how many people I see a day and everyone is going to say, "Oh, London. Oh, I know London." Sometimes I don't even know other people, but if I can be a light to someone, if I can make someone smile, even have a good day, I do not mind that because like I said, it's training is one part. London is another part. But God is all of it. You have to have a foundation and you have to stand on that foundation.
You have just been preaching today, London, honestly. And I always like to end my podcast on a positive note. Do you have any wisdom or advice you would like to impart before we go, or anything you'd like to say?
So I just wanted to say thank you, first of all, for this platform. When I first met you, you were completely just open arms to me. And a lot of people, it's like, "Oh, that's London. Oh, that's London, la, 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 la." But at the end of the day, if I could be a light to anyone, if I can just truly sit down, I have truly enjoyed this, um, and just speak and just listen as well because like I said, you never know what people are going through. A lot of people can just sit and smile all day and you don't know that they're going through depression. Right. I want to say this, mental health, and I've said it through this whole interview, this podcast, mental health is so important. You guys, I have been through it. For a person that has tried to do something to themselves 3 or 4 times in life because they never felt accepted, I made a lane for myself. I don't know where this lane is going to take me, but I made it for myself. And I'm going to do what I need to do at the end of the day. And I'm going to eat and I'm going to do what I need to do. And like I said, this podcast is a blessing. You're going to go far with it. You're going to do what you need to do. And at the end of the day, just meeting you and seeing how smart and you don't see a lot of strong black women these days. And I understand you're still young, but you have that crown on your shoulder. So do what you need to do. Keep working. And like I said, I don't mind coming back. I don't mind talking to the kids, honey, because I enjoyed today. And yeah, like I said, it was so good talking to y'all. And I truly hope that I blessed y'all. I know I was all over the place today, but we here.
It's your truth.
It is my truth, honey. We gonna talk about it. So I hope y'all have a blessed one. And yes, it was nice talking to y'all.
Again, thank you so much for being here with me today, London, and keeping it real and being vulnerable. I hope to meet y'all here again next week with a fun, lighthearted conversation about astrology. Be blessed.